So someone left a very interesting review for Rocket League.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket League made me forget to masturbate. 10 out of 10. I mean, I guess if you put it that way, yeah, that could be a good way to know if a game is good or not.
Yeah.
I need to play more Rise of the Tomb Raider. I picked that up while it was on sale a few months ago.
Oh, nice. I need to finish that one as well. Because I picked up Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I don't want to start it until after I've
don't blame you.
completed the second one. I thought I was a lot farther in the second one than I was. It's like for some reason I thought I was like 70% through with the game. Yeah, I went back the other day and checked it and realized I'm only 30% through.
Oh shit, that's a huge difference,
game.
dude.
I'm like, well, fuck me, man. It's like I thought I was close to the end of the game, or it's like shit. I fucking put a few hours in, beat this one real quick, and start the other one because I'm really eager to
I've
check
heard
out
good
the new
things
one.
about the Shadow.
Yeah, but I do not want to spoil it. Like I bought a digital copy on my console, and I just fucking installed it so that way.
Do you play your consoles on a TV, or do you play it through your computer with a TV tuner?
I play it through my computer with TV tuner.
Yeah, that'd be. Kind of want to do that at some point. Like I got my big TV that I hardly use anymore, so I'm probably gonna try and sell that at some point.
Yeah.
It's a fucking nice 3D TV.
Well, yeah.
60-inch.
Yeah, I just have everything hooked up to my computer. It's just easier that way. I don't have to get up, move nothing. I could just hit a button.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. And even though I pay fucking like $7 a month for the Microsoft Pass, it's fucking worth it. Because even though I've rarely played my console, but like games like Tomb Raider, given I do have a digital copy, a hard copy somewhere that I picked up when it was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
But the Microsoft Game Pass, it's one of the free games on there, so I didn't have to I don't have to right now while it's on there. I don't have to put the fucking disc into the console to play it, so I could just play it like it's a digital download.
Yeah.
Plus, I like the way Microsoft has it set up that any game that's on both PC and console, I can play on either device. So
there you go.
Saved me from wasting money on fucking Sea of Thieves.
True story. Fuck. I looked at the top comment for the picture that I just sent you.
Yeah.
And it says, a blind man goes into a homeware shop and picks up a cheese grater, puts it down after 5 minutes and says, that's the most violent book I've ever read. That is some aggressive braille.
Makes me want to watch Book of Eli again.
Well, that's what I was telling Dave. I don't know if you saw, but fucking Diablo series has been confirmed for Netflix.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just hope it isn't as bad as their last game.
Hopefully they'll be moving away from the game.
Which I mean, I won't lie. When Diablo 3 first came out, I had a real good time on the first playthrough, but I think that was because it really I didn't really care much for the story that there was. I didn't know much about the story before. I think the reason why I enjoyed it so much is that I basically played through it with a mod. So it was like I had someone to play with. So it was like if I played it by myself, I probably would have never played all the way through the campaign.
Well, there's a rumor going around that Diablo 4 is supposedly going to be revealed at BlizzCon this year.
Didn't that happen last year too?
Yeah. Fans, never know. It may be the year.
I think the timing feels right.
Yeah. For them to put out a Netflix series, it kind of hints at it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm more curious when they're gonna release a new version of an MMO. Of like, even if it's World of Warcraft, like a
Well, I mean, they
newer,
tried Titan.
They tried that.
updated version. Well, Titan ended up turning into fucking Overwatch.
Best
Ish.
thing that could ever happen to him.
Yeah, Overwatch was a good bounce back.
Yeah, Overwatch was basically, made from Titan. But you know what I mean? Like, fucking just bring out a better version of WoW. Because eventually they're gonna have to kill off the WoW that we currently play. Because eventually it's just, the whole engine and everything with it is just gonna be fucking outdated in comparison to some of the fucking games shit's putting out now. I mean, WoW has improved a lot over the years, but at the same time, I kind of feel like sometimes I'm playing like a fucking Sega Dreamcast version of a game, Like just in terms of like fucking.
Oh, it's insane how much they've improved on how, like, despite how old the fucking engine is that it's on.
Yeah, no. Like, I feel like the game started as like a Nintendo 64 fucking graphical game, and it's now kind of up to like the GameCube.
I mean, for WoW's visuals, it does fine. I think it's the back end stuff that it could use an upgrade for.
Yeah. But at the same time, the visuals could still be better. But the problem with that boils down to your hardware.
And that's the
How
thing.
well
Like,
you
I mean,
can run this.
like, obviously you've seen a lot of the things going around of like people like remaking zones and stuff on the Unreal 4 engine.
Oh, Elwyn Forest was beautiful.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it looks amazing. It's just not WoW.
It would take so much fucking computer power to play through that,
But
just in the
imagine,
sheer size.
Yeah.
just imagine just playing like a more realistic looking, less cartoony looking fucking WoW.
I mean, isn't that just Guild Wars?
No.
Pretty much. I mean, that's kind of exactly what it is. I mean, it's more or less any other fucking MMO out there that's got realistic looking, like Final Fantasy 14, Guild Wars 1 and 2. That's pretty much what WoW would be like. I mean, the WoW's current visuals work because they just suit what WoW is.
I mean, I think the reason why they have it like it is mainly because you can increase your customer base because it's not that demanding of a game graphically. So you can have a very low end, old, outdated computer and still play WoW pretty decently,
And like with the achievements, with everything they've done, arena tournaments, with all that, I doubt that they'd just toss WoW away. I think that they're just gonna wait for a legit engine because no one wants to go to Frostbite. No one wants to go to the Unreal.
no, they would
get real. They want something that works.
They would make their own engine,
Yeah, they want something that works.
Blizzard would do their own in-house engine, that's for sure. So
Yeah, they've
Like
always made their own
Transmog, all
engines,
the
which
raids,
is
all the
insane.
experiences. Like, they don't want to get rid of all that. They don't want to recreate it. They want it to be the same thing. Because look at classic WoW right now. No one wants to code that shit. No one wants to make a worse game.
I feel I feel bad for Blizzard for like feeling peer pressured into fucking making that.
That's the whole reason they did it too. They didn't do it because they wanted to do it.
No, I'm sure the developers that are part of the team are so miserable.
no, I don't think they felt peer pressured in it. I think they did it out of greed. Honestly, I think they did it out of greed because they've known for years now how big of a following it still is for people to play on vanilla servers.
I'd say less greed,
And-
but more.
And they see that is basically money that they're missing out on. That more money that they could make. It's no different than how back in the day, if you wanted to get gold, you had to fucking pay a Chinese farmer and they'd fucking mail you in-game gold, And it's like you had to pay money for it. And Blizzard tried for a long time of like banning players for doing that and stuff until eventually Blizzard was like, you know what? We could be making that money. And then now you can fucking buy a token to get gold. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
essentially the same thing. It's a sales tactic to where it's like they're just capitalizing on the market while it's still there to make money off of it. Even if it's only a $20 game. If they sell fucking couple million copies, it's a win.
I see it more as they're trying to protect their IP than greed.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, they're trying to maintain the intellectual property of it to keep it what it is, but at the same time, there's it's a business, So it's
Oh yeah,
like,
you don't want to do it for free.
It's like you don't want people out there fucking basically passing around your game for free when you could
Yep.
be making money on it. That's money you're just basically like go right out the door. So,
And it's completely justified.
oh yeah,
But like, if
I
you
mean-
look at how many people were actually playing on Nostalrius or whatever it was called, there's only like 15,000 people.
but you figure 15,000 times 20 is how much?
It's a lot, but not compared to the 16 million they sold with pre-sales for
Yeah.
BFA.
Yeah. Which they'll probably, come close to the same amount of numbers. A lot of those people are going to end up fucking buying the game, even if they're only just buying it just to play for a short time and to check it out.
Yeah, and I can't see them doing a subscription for it. I think it's just gonna be a one-time cost.
Yeah. I think it'll be basically like, if you
Is it even
have-
worth it though if it's not a subscription?
Well, I think it'll be one of those things where if you have an active WoW subscription, you could play on either game.
That could be
Yeah,
the
'cause
case.
it's
I think
not
that's how
even
they
worth
would
it
do
if you're not going to sub to it.
Well, I mean that's the thing. Like, they can't add to it.
Well, yeah, they're doing it to where there won't be any updates to the game at all unless there's
They're
like
just gonna
some
maintain it and all that
actual
stuff.
actual bug. Yeah, they'll just be a maintenance every.
Yeah, and that's why they wouldn't really warrant a subscription.
But I like Josh's idea, making them have to have an actual WoW subscription to play it, so you can
Yeah.
play both games. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
You have to
Yeah.
have that way. They're even if you're the type of person where you have no intention of fucking playing BFA or the new WoW, you only plan on playing vanilla WoW. Then that way they're still able to keep making money off of it. To pay for that maintenance cost.
Because so with Nostalrius, before it was shut down, it reached like 15,000 people. If they were going to sell WoW Vanilla for $60, right? That's only $900,000. I doubt that they're going to break even with 30,000 players because no one wants to go back to that. Like maybe I doubt it'll even make 30,000 people.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people with rose-colored glasses where they're just basically like, yeah, Classic WoW was the best WoW, blah, 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 blah. They're part of that fucking thing, and then once they actually get back and try it, they'll be like, oh my god,
Right, that's $60.
I can't believe I've done this.
Like fuck them. They waste their $60. They deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
All the developers that could be working on actual WoW is working on something that doesn't even exist anymore. God damn. If that was to be my career, having to go remake old like human models and shit, I would hate that so fucking much.
Yeah, like why do you think it took so long for them to actually do fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake? They probably just didn't want to fucking deal with it. Like,
Oh, it's not
game
exactly
developers
the
want to
same.
create original stuff, not rehash old shit. And that's what bothers me, people are just like, I'd say like 60% of stuff on forums is just like, oh, it'd be great if this was remastered. I'm like, or you just go play the way it is and just enjoy it the way it was originally intended.
We need a Star Stack on Star podcast. We could be making money off these.
You're onto something.
Speaking of the Final Fantasy VII remake, they actually dropped a teaser for that today.
Of course they did. Yeah, just thinking about it, like the shit we just discussed could totally be a podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely.
A lot of the shit we talk about, it doesn't even have to be
Yeah.
WoW related.
That's why I've always said that, like, dude, if we just had like a fucking active stream of like the fucking shit we talk about most of the time, we'd probably have a huge fucking following.
And it's not like we're just shooting the shit. Like, most of us are passionate about what we talk about.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you get Joe in here, like.
Oh,
Well,
when you get the
it could
Joe
go-
show?
It could go, like, the topic could go from anything to political to fucking movies to just anything that really grinds his gears. And it's like, and everybody has different views on the shit, but nobody is disrespectful towards each other about it.